Hi everyone, this is Sudhir, having a 6 years of experience in the field of programming. Today our topic is strings. First of all, I am going to discuss about the fundamentals, how to read and how to print string, and then I am going to pass how we are going to pass that string into some functions, and then we are moving into that MCQs. Now I am going to declare character some str of 100. What is string? String is a character array. For example, if we are taking like this is an integer array. That means we are going to be give some values like integers, the continuous memory locations it will be stored. Like this, if we are going to replace with integer with character, these are string. For example, I am going to write like this, character by character it is going to be place. This is the, for example, SUDHIR, this is the 0th index, 1 2 3 4 5, like this. If you are reading the string here, it is automatically taken the last character as /0. That is the end of that string. Every time if you read any string, automatically the last character, the compiler is automatically take the last character as /0. That means it is going to be represented that is the last character of the string. This is the declaration of the string char str of 100, and now I am going to read the values at the time of declaration. How we are going to read here? I am going to read this is programming, like this I am going to read here, and now I am going to print %s is the specifier for strings here. I am going to print directly as str here. I am going to print str. That's it. I am going to execute it. The output is, this is programming. This is the reading of the input at the time of declaration, and the printing is very simple, %s and str. That's it, nothing else. Now what is str? For example, in an array I am going to print arr, it is an address, but here I am printing that it is going to be a string. It is going to be print, what is the string? It is going to be print. This is programming like this. But for example, if I am going to change this as %d, if I am giving that %s, that means it is going to be taken the arr means it is the address of the first value, right? The same thing str means this is the address of the first character. From the first character, if it is the first character, and it is going to be incremented like this, and it is going to be stopped when it is going to be reached /0. For example, I am going to print here what is inside str. Look at here. This is an address, right? Yes, this is an address. Every time str is an address of the first variable, no doubt about that. Now I am going to write here star. What is the star? What is the star value? Address. Str is an address. Star represents value at that address. Now I am going to execute it. Now I am going to execute it. It is going to give some 84. What is 84 here? 84 is the ASCII value of t. For example, I am going to give some c here, that means some character, that is, now I am going to execute it. It is going to give t here. Just observe what is that. If you are going to convert one integer into float, it is going to give some 0.00 like that. The same thing float into integer also. But when we are reading some integer values, some character values, I am going to display in a integer values. What will happen here? It is going to be dealing with ASCII values. That's why there is no problem if it is an integer or a character. It will be applicable the both X specifiers, that is percentage C, percentage S and percentage D. Okay, only percentage C and percentage D. Now this is the reading and reading at the time of declaration and printing the values. Now I am going to read from the input, from the keyboard. I am going to read here. How I am going to read? Scanf percentage S, it is a string I am reading, not character. Percentage S and ampersand str. I am going to read the values. There is no need to write a character by character here. Just directly we are going to push whole string, and I am going to print percentage S and ampersand str. When we are reading an array, there is no need to, we are going to read character by character, some 1, 2, 3 like that. But when you are coming for the strings, it is going to give the total string like this, the continuous values. There is no problem for this. Okay, that's why we are directly reading that string percentage S ampersand str like this. I am going to print the values. Now I am going to execute it. I am going to give some Sudhir here like this. The output is Sudhir. Yes, it is printing exactly. Again I am going to execute it. This is programming. I am going to print here. Look at here, the output is this only. The input is this is programming, the output is this only. Why? Because if you are reading like this, the input is this is programming. The compilers think that if any space is there, it automatically treats as the end of the string. If any space is there, it automatically treats as the end of the string. In this way, with this scanf method, what I am reading here, what I am typing here, then to overcome this, we have to write in this method cap /n. That means if there is an enter, if we are press an enter key, then only it will be end of the string. That is the I am mentioning here. If I am going to execute it, this is programming. Now look at the output. It is going to be print all the characters. Why? Because when I am going to press enter, then only it will treat as the end of the string. That's why it is working here. In this way, we are going to read and print the strings. And now I am going to trace character by character. I am going to trace a character by character to the of the string. Then how I am going to write? I am going to comment this one. For tracing, I am going to take int I. Why? Because this is also similar to the array, right? This is the index 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, the space is 4, like this it is going to be taken. For example, I am going to write here for I is equal to 0, then if it is an array, we are mentioning that what is the size of the array, then we are writing like this, right? But here I don't know the size of the string. Then what I have to do here? I already discussed this one. If we are reading any string, the last character is /0. I am going to write the condition on that one. If the character is the /0, I am going to come out of the loop. If it is not last character, I am going to continue the string. The same thing here. Some str of I not equal to /0. If it is not equal to /0, then I am going to continue in this. If it is equal to 0, I am coming out of the loop. Yes, in this way, this is the basic condition when we are reading, when we are tracing that string here from the first character to the last character. If it is the last character /n /0, it is automatically coming out of the loop. Okay, now I am going to print here. It is character by character I am printing. Here str of I means it is a character, not S. That's why I am taking as a %C here. And I am going to print str of I here. I am going to take here str of I. Now I am going to execute it. This is, yes, this is the output. Yes, we are reading this is programming, and the output is this is programming. In this way we can trace that character by character, the string. Okay, then I am going to pass that array into the string into some functions. How we are going to pass? I am going to write here str fun of I am going to pass str, that is some function here. Look at here what I am passing here. I am passing one string. What is str means? Str is an address. Str is the address of the first character, right? And the function name is str fun. There is no return type at all. There is no return type here. Now I am going to write void str fun, and this is a character. I am going to here I am passing character point address, right? One character's address. That's why I am going to take that char, and that is some p. That is a pointer, character pointer. I am going to read. Why? Because I am going to handle with the characters here. That's why I am taking that char star p. That is the address of one character. That is address of one character. Now I am going to print here %d, and what is inside p here? What is inside p? The same thing I am going to print here also. Printf %d. What is the value of str? I am going to give some /n here. Now I am going to execute it. This is programming. Look at here, both are same. That means we are passing the address of the first character, that is t's address. Okay, I am passing here address of the first character here. Now here I am going to take some int I is equal to 0, and the same thing I is equal to 0, p of I not equal to /0 and I plus plus. I am going to print the string in that function. How I am going to print? Printf %c here and comma p of I. I am going to print the values now. If I am going to execute it, look at this. This is programming. Yes, the output is coming like this. We are passing one string's address, one character's address, and we are going to print in that function. In this way we are going to pass one string into a function, and we are handling all these things. Okay, this is the concept of how we are going to read the string and how we are passing that string into a functions. Then moving into the MCQs. The first question, look at here, very simple question. Char str of 100. I am going to read, for example, this is the programming class. I am going to print that one. That's it, nothing else. What I am reading, that is going to be print here. Yes, is it okay? No, not at all. Just look at here. I am going to execute it. Programming class. It is going to be print only programming. Why? Because by using this scanf notation, we have to write like this. If it is like this, then only it will be print. It will be treat the total programming class as one string. If you are not writing like this, it will be taken as the first word only. That's why the output is only programming. The second question. Yes, programming class. It is that at the time of declaration we are initializing programming class. Then here I am going to execute it. What is the output? it is going to be print total, that string what we are reading. At the time of declaration, if you read, there is no problem at all. If you are reading from that scanf function, then only the problem rises. Okay. Third question. Here we are reading one number. For example, here I am reading some 100. I am going to read here one character. For example, A, it is going to be print some 100 and A. We are thinking like this, right? I am going to execute it now. Compile it and run it. I am going to give some 100, and if I press enter, it is going to be asked for a character, right? If I am going to press enter, it is automatically printing the 100 and it is coming out of the program. What is happening here? That means I am going to read this one. I am going to read this one, right? But the compile is not asking for the character. Why it is not asking for the character here? Instead of C, I am going to print some D here. What is that? Why I don't know. We are going to take some D. What it is going to be printing? Some 100 and press enter. Just look at here. It is going to be print 10 here. If I am changing the percentage C to percentage D, it is going to be print 10. But what I don't know. Just wait. What it is printing, we don't know, right? Now again I am going to execute it. I am going to give some 100 and I am going to give some space and enter. Some space and enter. Look at that. What is the output here? 132. That means check in the ASCII table here. If you are reading a character, after some integer values or floating values, if I press enter or space anything, that value is going to be assigned to that character automatically. That is some buffer. The characters are in the buffer. That's why they are going to be added to the A variable. Here 32 is the ASCII value for space. 10 is the ASCII value for enter. That's why they are printing like this. Okay. How to overcome this one? How to overcome? Instead of writing like this, the same thing, if you are reading any character, just take the characters above the integers, then the problem is solved. But sometimes it not happens, then we have to take like this, one space after double quotations, we have to take one space here. If you are going to execute it, now I am going to give some 100 and press enter. Now it is asking for the character. If I am giving A, yes, it is going to be print 100 and A. What happens here? If you are leaving like this, when we are reading any string or any character, if you are reading like this, any values in the buffer, that is going to be clear with this. Then it is asking, just read the character now. Like this. Yes, very good question this is. Next question. Here I am reading in the exact format of the string. That means programming class is programming class. Now I is equal to 0, str of I not equal to 0, that means the last character, up to the last character I am going to trace, and I plus plus, and I am going to print all the I values. I am going to print all the I values. That means 0, that is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, like this up to the last character. This is up to the last character. But look at here, but one semicolon is there. One semicolon is there. If a semicolon is there for loop, that means there is no relationship between this for loop and the below statement, right? Then it is going to be trace here only. I is equal to 0. Then what is the str of 0? That is p. Is p is equal to /0? No, not at all. Then I plus plus. Then str of I becomes r. Then o, g, and up to the last character it is going to be printing here. Just I executed here. Then I will tell you what is the output here. For example, I am going to write here programming class. Just look at that output, that is 17. What is 17 here? I am going to execute it again. I am going to give some Sudhir here. The output is 6. Why? Because how many characters are there? How many characters are there? Totally there are 6 characters. That means the I value here is going to be represented the length of the string. The length of the string, it is going to be print. Okay. Next question. Here str is equal to some Sudhir. Str of 2 is equal to 20. Here, look at the question. Look at the question. We cannot, in the arrays also we cannot do like this. If the array values are some continuous values, some string is also some continuous values, we cannot assign directly like variables. For example, a is equal to 5, then b is equal to a, then it becomes b is equal to 5 also, right? B is equal to 5. But it is not happen in arrays and strings. Why? Because these are the continuous values. These are the continuous values. If you continuous values we cannot assign directly. We can assign character by character. That is no problem. That means we are going to write some for loop on str. Then we can assign character by character to str2. That is no problem. In arrays also, in strings also. But here we cannot assign directly. Why? Because this is a address here. We are handling with the address. Then we have to maintain some pointer. But it is not happen here, right? That's why, for example, if I am going to execute it, it is going to give an error. The next question. Yes. str of 2. How many characters it is going to be stored? Only 2 characters it is going to be stored. But the input is, for example, Sudhir. Then what is the output here? We are thinking that it is going to be output like this. But in C programming language there is no boundary checking here. We are assigning the values. It is automatically taken all the values. We are assigning the value here. Beyond the boundaries also we can access. Why? Because, for example, the input is Sudhir and this is /0. What is str? Str means that is the address of the first value, right? That is the address of the first value. That's it. Then it is going to be print up to the /0, right? That's why it is going to be print all the values. For example, if I am going to read here, it is going to be print all the characters, no doubt about that. The next question. Here also the same thing, the 2 characters only. And here also I am going to read one Sudhir like this. And here I is equal to 0. I am going to check the last character, up to the last character here, str of I not equal to /0. /0 is at this position. /0 at the last position, right? Then it is going to be checked that is it last character, s is last character? No. Then it is going to be print s. Then I becomes ++. Then it is moving forward like this. There is no constraint here. What we are storing in the array here. What is the index value and what is the capacity of that string? There is no need to check. That's why here also it is printing a whole string. Yes. Next question. And now char name is equal to this is Sudhir and char ptr star, this is the pointer here. I am going to take ptr is equal to name. Yes, this is okay. Why? Because the name is a pointer of the first character. Name is the first pointer of the first character. I am going to place that in ptr. Same, right? Then we can access everything here. I am going to print here ptr star ptr. What happens now I will discuss here. For example, this first value is t here. T is going to be placed in ptr. Now I am going to check that is t is not equal to /0. Yes, then it is going to be print as T here. Then PTR plus plus. PTR plus plus means these are the character array, right? Then if I am going to plus plus, then it is going to be incremented only one character. Then PTR becomes H. H is not equal to /0. Then also it is going to be print H. Then S, I, S and space S, U, D, H, I, R, like this it is going to be print. And the last character /0 is not equal to /0. No, not at all. It is coming out of the loop. Here also it is going to be print the whole string. Here also it is going to be print whole string. Why it is working here? Here I am writing like this. PTR is equal to name. But in this example, in the sixth example here, this is an error. Why it is an error here? We are placing the address in another character array. That is not possible, right? If you are going to place an address, we have to maintain some pointer that is followed here. That's why it is going to be print the whole string. The next question. Star P1 is equal to Sudhir. Yes. Then again one more pointer here. Here I am going to take P1 is equal to P2 is equal to P1. P2 is equal to P1. What happens here? What is P1? P1 is the first character's address, right? Then I am going to place here the first character's address. The first character's address only I am going to place in P2. Only the first character's address. Here I am going to change the whole string. This is not possible here. This is not possible. I have only the first character's address only. I have the access of the first character address. I cannot access of all the characters here. I have no permissions at all. That's why if I am going to print P1, it is going to be print only the previous value only. It is not modifying as the new one. How it is going to be? Now, how I am going to change this the value of P1 using P2? That means we are going to place the address of the total string. Here I am placing only the address of the first character only, but here I am going to pass the address of whole string. That is different. The address of whole string. How we are going to? Whole string means we have to take a double pointer here, and I am going to place ampersand P1. What it means? P1 means that is the address of the first character. Ampersand P1 means it is the address of the total string. Address of total string. That's why we are going to handle one pointer's address. That's why we are taking it is a pointer to pointer here. That's why we are taking pointer to pointer here. Then I am going to change. For example, if I am going to change here like this, I am going to execute it. /P2. Here I am going to write star P2 is equal to P2 is equal to Sudhir. What is star P2? Star P2 means it's the P1 value. That's why it is going to be changed with a new value. Look at here. It is going to be modified the old value. What is P1 value I am printing here? If I am modifying in P2 value, it is automatically applied on P1 value. Why? Because what is ampersand P1? Ampersand P1 means it's the address of the total string. What is P1? P1 is the address of first character. That is the difference here. That's why we are going to handle star P2. Pointer to pointer we have to handle a whole string. I have to store the whole address of the string using a pointer to pointer only. In the arrays also same thing. Try in that manner also. And the next question. Look at the main function here. There are two strings, Python and Java. String 1 is Python and string 2 is Java. And I am writing swap function here, str1, str2. there are 2 points we are passing. What values we are passing here? We are passing the address of the first characters. Address of the, here we are passing the address of the first characters. Now moving into that function, yes, it's written nothing, that means void, and the function name is swap, and we are passing 2 character pointers. That's why char str star str1 star str2. Now what happened here? Here in place of temp, we are going to place the first character's address. Only the first character's address. Here, for example, the first character's address is 100. It is going to be placed in temp. I am going to write here 100, 200 like this. These are the address values. Okay, 100 and 200 are the address values of first character address values of str1 and str2. In temp, now temp becomes 100. And now str1 is equal to 200. str2 is equal to 100 here. The address of the first characters are interchanged here. Only the address of the first characters are interchanged. Not total string is not interchanged here. Not total string. If you are passing total string address here, we can modify it, but we are not passing total string here. We are passing only the first character address. That means this is not a call by reference, this is call by value. Why? Because we are passing the only first character address. That's why if you are executing this one, after swapping function, after swapping also, if I am going to execute it, it is going to be print as normally. Okay, sorry. Here it is going to be print Python and Java, but we are expecting that it is Java and Python. Java and Python. That means here, for example, here I am going to print. Here I am going to print %yes and %yes, comma str1, comma str2. In the function itself, in the function I am going to print the values, and after the function, what is the values? I am going to compile it. Just look at here. In the function, the values are interchanged. In the function, it is interchanged, but in the main function, the values are not changed here. Why? Because here we are changing only the first character's address in the function. If you change the total address, it will work. That is the mistake here. Okay, moving into the next question, the next part of this question, that is here what I am passing here. I am passing here what I am passing here. For example, I am going to take Python and Java. Here I am passing the address of the whole string. This is the address of Python. This is the address of Java here, and I am going to handle with pointer to pointer here. Why? Because we are passing the total strings address. That's why we are taking here star str1 and str2. Now I am going to change here not only one character. I am going to pass the total string. I am going to change here. I am going to change the total string here in temp. In a temp, I am going to place Python. I am going to place Python here. In the str1's address, I am going to place Java. In the str2, I am going to place here Python. That means we are replacing the values, we are exchanging the values by the address here. If I am going to execute it, the values are interchanged here. what values you are modifying in the function, these are applicable in the main function also. Okay, why? Because we are passing the address of the whole string instead of passing the only one character. Next question. str1 is equal to programming, some str2 is equal to 20, then I am going to copy this one, strcpy, that means copy what is the value inside str1 that is going to be copied in str2. Now str2 is also contained with programming. Now we are going to print these two values, then it is going to be print both are programming, it is going to be print programming and programming. And the next value is str1 not equal to str2. Is it false? Is it true? No, it is false, right? That's why it is going to be print 0 here. It is going to be print not equal to, right? Not equal to str2. Yes, both are equal, then it is going to be print 0 here. Then strcmp of str1 comma str2. If both are equal, that means it is going to be compare character by character here. For example, if I execute it, programming 1 and 0, both are not equal here. str1 not equal to str2. Yes, look at here. Here it is going to be checked that str1 not equal to str2. What is the value of str2? That is not programming. str2 is the address of the first value, right? Address of the first value, and this is the address of the first value of this one. These are the two different address. That's why it is going to be print 1 here. That is str1 is not equal to str2. The address are not equal. That's why it is printing 1 here. Then strcmp of str1 comma str2. That means it is going to be comparison both the values. Programming is equal to programming. Then it returns both. If both are equal, then it is going to be return 0. If it is greater than number, it is going to be print some positive numbers, and it is some small number, and it is going to be print negative values here. If both are equal, it is going to be print 0 here. I am going to execute now, and it is going to print programming 1 and 0 here. The next question. Here star names of 3 values. Here I am going to print name of 1. Look at here, this is a 2D array, 2D strings of strings. This is the first string, that means this is names of 0, this is names of 1, and this is names of 2. We can write like this. If I am going to execute it, what is names of 1? Names of 1 is Shiva, no doubt, very simple. And the next question, this is also same thing. If you are using star instead of this bracket, or we can use like this, but if I am going to execute it, it will give some error like this. Why? Because here we have to mention at least one we have to write what is the size of every character, every word here, at least 1. If you are taking like this, then I am going to execute it, it is going to be print SR. And here I am going to take some 10 here, it is going to be print Shiva like this. That means how many values I am going to take here. That's it. Now names 2, that means it is going to be read name of 100 I am going to write some for loop. That for loop is going to be 0 and 1. 2 times it is going to be repeat. Here I am going to write malloc of names of I. I am going to allocate the memory. I am going to allocate the memory of that particular name with 1 byte, only 1 byte. Only 1 byte. Here I am going to save that, and I am going to read the name as Sudhir first of all. Then I am going to copy here Sudhir into names of 0. Then it is automatically saving into like this. And I am going to read again one more string that is going to be placed here like this. Then I am going to print names of 0. What is the names of 0? Names of 0 is Sudhir. If it is names of 1, it is Shiva. I am going to execute it. If I am going to read Sudhir and Shiva, it is going to be print Sudhir. Like this, we can work with strings. We are going to pass that strings into the functions. That's it. I am going to upload all these codes into the GitHub, and that link is maintained in the description link. Just follow this one. Please subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you.